And they can't claim the European shit because even Europeans is looking at this shit sideways. Like, no, that's not love. He likes children. Like, I wish every American could like go to a foreign country and listen to how they talk about us. Just I spy how they talk about Americans. It's funny. We are the stupidest motherfuckers on the earth if you listen to everybody else in the world. And I can't say that I blame them because we sit here and we keep falling for the same nut ass shit over and over and over and over again. Ain't nobody asked what the fuck Barack Obama was doing hanging out with Jay-Z. Like you're not JFK. You're Barack Obama. You're not JFK. What the fuck you doing running around with the Rat Pack? What you doing? Cause we know they was at the Diddy party. Y'all always raved about all the fun times you spent with the Carters. You know what I'm saying? That bitch high. Like Kim Burrell said that Jay-Z called her and asked her to come and minister to his wife, who was locked in a room for 12 hours, listening to Kim Burrell records, rocking back and forth and shit. I guess she was trying to break the spell. I don't know. But when you gotta call an evangelist to help talk your wife out the room, I don't know. Hey, they didn't have, like, they couldn't call the Obamas and get some marital advice on how to, make it work. They're important people.
They got daughters too. Just
who got daughters?
The Obamas. They got daughters.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just saying. So
have you seen their wardrobes? At least they thicker than some of them other kids. Cause that damn Aoki, seeing that Aoki with that old ass man.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So Jack, here.
What was worse than that was hearing her father saying, "Your titties ain't big enough to be a sugar baby." Like, that's how you talk your daughter? Oh, like, how you gonna say that? How you say that to your girl? Like,
man.
Dad, if you don't put my allowance back to the normal, I'm gonna become a sugar baby. Your titties ain't big enough to be a sugar baby, bitch. Shut up.
Jaguar Wright's bold statements have ignited a fiery debate. The outspoken singer recently took aim at Barack and Michelle Obama's rumored connections to Jay-Z and Beyoncé, delivering a scathing critique that has left many questioning the nature of these relationships and why they remain unchallenged.
Like, who talks like that to their daughter?
Yeah. So,
and that's where Usher went to get a blessing after he got engaged.
Yeah. To
that androgynous looking female. She almost look as masculine as
kids opened up the sources in your dictionaries.
They say I curse too much. This is what it's like when I use real words.
Yeah, I know. Shit.
So it's like, these motherfuckers is weird. So I'm just trying to I'm looping it all back in because I think I got to get back to the Me Too.
Yeah. Okay.
Because isn't one of them bitches a doctor? Yeah, the Tyrena girl with the pizza face. Ain't that her name, the Tyrena?
KRS Tweaks, God.
She's the fucking haterade is what she is. See, I got her number.
Diddy used to sell Proactive Solution.
Listen to me. And look at what it did for Alicia Keys. Next to nothing. Because I just see somebody that said they'd seen her. And they said that shit was Mount St. Helens all over again, like volcanoes everywhere. She on that Puff Daddy acne cream. Rub it in, no Diddy.
The download. No. All right,
see, she probably would have got clear with the Nature Boy because at least they was vegan.
You're gonna circle back to the Me Too.
Diddy like that pork.
Okay, we can't save everybody. We can't save everybody. So, as you're about to circle back to the Me Too, I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
But go ahead, because
pizza faces. Tyrena. Now she got a doctorate. Don't she? Look at who faces that?
Yeah.
The pizza.
Man, the pizza.
I'm telling you, that's sausage and peppers.
Shout out to Zalat.
That's sausage and peppers right there. The texture even adds up. Fuck that ugly bitch. I can see why she did this shit, yo. Cause she fucking hate all of them bitches cause she wish somebody would have wanted to assault her. You know, it's the bitches I really don't like. You can look at her. You can look. Look at that.
Praying for assault is wild. That's nasty.
Look at that. That look like prosthetic. But it's how you trust a bitch with a face like that? I just want to know. Because as far as she concerned, God lied to her. She gonna lie to everybody else. Look at her ass. Like an ugly bitch. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, I'm the
Jaguar Wright's words slice through the noise with the precision of a sharp blade. You're Barack Obama, not JFK, so why are you hanging around with the Rat Pack? Her critique challenges the image of political royalty the Obamas have cultivated. Barack Obama, a two-term president and Nobel Peace Prize laureate, is now, according to Jaguar, seen mingling with figures like Jay-Z and Beyoncé, symbols of a completely different cultural realm. To her, this pairing doesn't add up. Why is a former president associating with parties that allegedly include people like Sean Diddy Combs, whose social circles have long been the subject of whispered rumors?
Just showed us Goomba actually leaves from Dallas to go ahead and make a trek to get you. He's like, let me just damn the plane, whatever that is.
We were trying to meet in Little Rock.
Right.
But we couldn't find a driver in time.
Right. So it's a full
So
ride.
instead, we just needed to get out of Chicago because I realized at that point in time that they had thrown a net over the city.
Right.
Because when I was walking out after the cameras went off the second time and I said, it looks like I'm not leaving Chicago today. And one of the officers, the officer Morrow, his response was, thank goodness.
Man.
I turned around and I looked at him and I said, keeping me here is only guaranteeing that there's going to be more dead bodies in Chicago by nightfall. You just guarantee somebody's most likely going to die tonight. And he said, as long as you're here.
Yeah. So.
They walked me all the way to baggage claim. They walked behind me like I was enemy number one.
Oh yeah, no, there was
I'm sitting
police.
there walking through the airport. I'm a scary black lady. I come to kill you. Look at all of this. I walked up with a little kid. I'm gonna kill you. I'm a black person.
Wait. So you're in the airport. Don't you feel like I'm doing a lot in the airport? Like, cause
you know, fuck.
Damn, you know.
Goddamn fucking bus station with fucking flying apparatuses and shit.
But you know,
fuck.
Federal gets involved.
Fuck America. Fuck the feds. I got a Fed fucking file. So what? I got a Fed file. I've had a Fed file since I was a teenager, and y'all motherfuckers know it. That's why y'all let somebody crack my shit open 2.5 years ago.
Ooh, whole nother story.
And I was a fucking victim, yo.
Oh wow.
Fuck you going through a victim's federal file for.
Oh wow.
After fucking what was done to me, after what happened to me in the trunk of that fucking car. The only motherfuckers that can get federal fucking documents to be opened and unsealed from fucking minors from goddamn over 20 years ago were people with heavy political ties. But you know, Mr. Sean Carter is friends with Barack Obama. It's from Chicago.
Before brushing this off as mere speculation, let's take a closer look. Barack and Michelle Obama have had a well-documented friendship with Jay-Z and Beyoncé for years. Jay-Z even performed at Obama's 2008 campaign rally in Ohio, and Beyoncé famously sang at his 2013 inauguration. These are well-established moments in history, but Jaguar Wright raises a thought-provoking question. Are these friendships as innocent as they seem, or is there something more lurking beneath the surface?
Some sort of audio problems. You could see she pulled out her earpiece at one point during singing, but you would not have known from her performance that she was struggling on any level.
Jaguar's mention of Diddy's parties isn't just idle gossip. For years, rumors have swirled about the activities that take place behind the closed doors of these exclusive gatherings. Whispers of wild behavior, secrecy, and troubling allegations have followed. Jaguar doesn't hold back when discussing these parties and the high-profile individuals associated with them. When they happen, Jaguar is associated with everybody from colleagues to executives to peers to supporters. Essentially, she's questioning why the Obamas, who are meant to represent integrity and leadership, are mingling in the same circles as people allegedly connected to questionable behavior.
And you know, not only are they all on my iPod, and yes, the president has an iPod, but it's also because both of them tell an American story. You know, now, Jay-Z, I love you back. You know, I told Jay-Z the other day, you know, our lives are parallel a little bit. Nobody, I think, would expect us to be where we are today when they met us as younger men. Both of us now have daughters, and both of us have wives who are more popular than we are.
Hey, you know, not only are they all on my iPod, yes, the president has an iPod, but it's also because both of them tell an American story. You know, Jay-Z, I love you back. I told Jay-Z the other day, our lives are pretty parallel. Nobody, I think, would have expected us to be where we are today when they first met us as younger men. Now, both of us have daughters and both of us have wives who are more popular than we.
For me, I didn't like the idea that you became truncated into this hating person when I knew from my experience that I would be very pressed to find somebody that cares more than Kim Burrell?
Well, you know what was hurtful is that church people started to jump on the bandwagon of what secular people's description of it was. And I think I did cry one day. And I cried one day. The one day that I cried is when I realized that the frontline social world known church was not as strong toward me or strong toward the word that I spoke to defend the word. Not enough people defended it. There were some gospel artists, some well-known ones who went public that I've worked very hard not to hold anything in my heart. And my feelings, I still hold it because they went for so long giving me one thing. But then the truth came out about their feelings concerning whatever. And they kind of jumped on the bandwagon of the famous people. I think that's because they desire to be more famous than kingdom-minded. Now that's my opinion about them.
I got you.
And so I appreciate that perspective because that is so true. That's from someone who has known me very, very long, and I'm still the same. I love people. People don't even know that I housed homosexual people in my home, and I would today. But one thing I will never do is stop loving people, and I will never not tell the truth of what it is I know. You know, the Constitution is one thing for America, but my Constitution also includes the Bible. And I'm going to always stand on the Constitution of the Word of God. And I feel better doing that than thinking that I missed out on an Ellen experience. I don't know if I should have made it to Ellen, because I probably would have ended up embarrassing the church or embarrassing somebody, because I would say, Ellen, do you know the Lord? And I probably would have interviewed her about her relationship with God had we sat down, because that's my driving force. I love God. People can do whatever. A lot of people, I came off the internet, so there's a lot I don't know about what people said. And I've prayed for the ones that
You came off the internet?
Yeah, I didn't go on social media at all. I wouldn't read it or nothing. Like January 1st, I was off. My family wouldn't let me read. They took my phones, nothing. They were like, no, this needs to go away. And then my brother was stricken with a stroke that eventually took his life 2 weeks later.
Wow.
And so my life was so involved in trying to watch him. He was only 50 years old. He was my mother's firstborn. And the brother that I grew up with, he named me. So my life went into that. And I didn't pay attention to, and I'm going to tell you what really helped me. I flew out to LA, and Kevin was still in ICU. And I went to go meet with Jay-Z, and it was quietly kept because I've always done my business like that. But anyway, Jay-Z called me. He says, Kim, I always know when Beyonce is going through something emotional or spiritual, because I always hear you. She plays you really loudly through the house.
Whoa.
So he says, this time I need that, Kim. And will you come to LA? I said, yeah, it's no problem. So I asked my brother before I left him, I said, I got to go see Jay-Z. He said, yeah, much success. His final words to me, actually. So I fly to LA. We sit and talk for 2 hours. I found out so much about Jay-Z that blessed me that I'll always support him as a person. So the church can jump on the bandwagon and say whatever they'd like. And then I've got 2 songs coming out on Bible of Love, Snoop Dogg's new record. And he's one of the most pleasant people you ever wanted to meet. Absolutely.
Jaguar also brings up a strange and unsettling story involving Beyonce. She claims that gospel singer Kim Burrell was once called by Jay-Z to help Beyonce, who was reportedly locked in a room for 12 hours, rocking back and forth while listening to gospel records. The imagery alone is enough to raise serious questions. If this is true, what in the world was happening behind closed doors? And why would someone like Beyonce, one of the most powerful and seemingly untouchable figures on the planet, find herself in such a vulnerable state? Jaguar's tone hints at something darker, something far more sinister lurking beneath the glossy surface of celebrity perfection. A background around Beyonce's performance in Jaguar is simply said,
and pride cometh before the fall. I've heard that somewhere.
Well,
but I want to say that does not minimize the actually existing cases or charges against these individuals. All right, but let's keep our eye on the prize, on what's really going on here.
They only put compromised pawns on the chessboard to begin with, so they can snatch them up at any time. The Wealth Gold is saying, do you think many major restructuring will happen in other spheres, like a general takedown of power in hip-hop and more?
Power? You mean electronic power? I don't understand the question exactly.
Hold on, I've deleted it. Asking about the extent of the restructuring, really, and the change of the power dynamics.
Oh, it's going to be radical. Yeah, it's going to be VR. I mean, we've been set up for it from different directions already, right? We in the popular culture we have we have a concept with a non-role-playing, non-active character. What is it, NPC? Yeah, that's us. That's humanity, right? It's going to go Avatar. It's going to go. There's a company in San Francisco. It's called Linden Labs. Yeah, they have a game called. It's not really a game anymore. It's called Second Life. So that's going to be done in all the areas. This is also going to put the adult industry as we know it out of business, because that's a big earner. And you can have, yeah, go ahead.
All right, so this hostile takeover is through the pawns on the chessboard. We've seen Diddy fall. We're seeing the beginning of Jay-Z falling. It seems like it's spreading by association, and Jay-Z's biggest association is with Beyoncé. So does it go to her next?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who else? What other names are out there? Is it
was that a yes? Was that a yes?
Oh, is she next? I have no idea. Yeah, that's a good guess.
You're suggesting Rihanna?
Her, Jennifer Lopez, anybody who's been romantically linked or married, quote unquote, or polyamorously associated with the gentleman that you referenced already, are probably going to be ensnared. They're going to be brought down. But the tragedy is that there's innumerable men and women, young people, who are there just waiting to replace them. It's an endless supply. And who's going to control it?
And here's the kicker. Jaguar challenges us to rethink these relationships with fresh eyes. She points out how Americans have a tendency to idolize celebrities and politicians without questioning them. We sit here and we keep falling for the same nutty stuff over and over again, she says. To her, it's almost comical how easily people buy into the narratives that are handed to them. The Obamas are revered figures. Beyoncé and Jay-Z are icons. But what happens when these worlds